But the plan for today is actually to decorate this whole space for Christmas. Here's me just walking with all my branches. You're so handsome. That's so cute. Good morning. My plan for today is probably to stay in trackies all day because it's still a bit chilly outside and I'm super cozy, and at least for the time being, this is what I plan on wearing. I'm just starting off my morning with a coffee as always, but the plan for today is actually to decorate this whole space for Christmas. Sam is away up in Canberra at the moment. He's actually purchasing our electric bike. So his car is decommissioned. It was overheating a couple of weeks ago, and so he hasn't actually had a car for a month. We've been sharing my car, and it's kind of getting to the point where we have to make a more long-term decision of what we're going to do. And because of the build at the moment and this shift in our lifestyle, it doesn't make sense to invest in a new car. So since we wanted to invest in electric bikes for the bus trip anyways, this has just kind of come up as a great opportunity to get that going. It also means he'll be able to ride the bike to work and then use the electric motor to get himself home on like hills and things like that, because we've got a pretty gnarly hill, which is probably why all our cars are dying. Anyway, so he'll be able to ride that to work for the next few weeks up until I finish for the term, and that way he can get some exercise in, and then come December time when I finish work for the year, he can kind of decide if he wants to be borrowing my car again or whether he just wants to continue riding to work. So that's really exciting. I'm sure I'll show you guys the bike this evening when he comes home. But for now, let's go have a coffee and I'll catch you guys up once I gather all the decorating things and we start transforming this place. I gave it a bit of a tidy up yesterday and then made another mess, so we'll do that later. Curious about you. We're on our walk and I found a beautiful tree. I don't know if it's native or not. It doesn't look native, but it's got these beautiful, almost pine needle looking things. I mean, definitely too big to be an actual live Christmas tree, but for garlands and decorations, I think it'd be perfect. Here's me just walking with all my branches from the neighbouring properties and the roadsides, I mean. So much. I can't wait to decorate. It's going to be so beautiful. Go see him. I've changed because it's hot. I've taken the dogs out for a walk and collected some leaves. And now I'm just kind of procrastinating decorating, I guess, because I'm a bit overwhelmed by what I want to do. So I might make some eggnog first and some cookies, and then I'll start decorating after that. That sounds like a nice plan. I'm going to combine the ingredients from one recipe with the method from another recipe and then just kind of like pick and change what I want. I'm not adding alcohol to my eggnog. I've never had eggnog before in my life. I'm really curious. It just sounds like a liquid custard, I guess. I hope I like it, honestly, because eggnog uses egg yolks while pavlova uses egg whites, and so it makes sense to use them interchangeably. The recipe I picked calls for 4 egg yolks, and that's perfect because my pavlova recipe calls for 4 egg whites. So I'm actually going to freeze those in a glass jar and use them later on when I'm ready to make pavlova. I don't want to make it today or in the next few days, so freezing it is the best option for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and separate those. I have also picked a recipe that uses maple syrup instead of sugar because I prefer that, and also uses coconut cream instead of normal cream because I don't often have normal cream, while coconut cream we always have because we cook curries and all kinds of Asian tasty goodies. So I read that you should freeze egg whites in glass or metal instead of plastic so that it doesn't leach any chemical into your eggs. And actually, the plastic prevents it from being able to beat later on because it adds certain traces of fat. So getting rid of that. Half a cup of maple syrup. Okay, I'll beat that in just a moment. And in our saucepan, we're going to add the 1.5 cups of milk. You can use normal milk or you can use dairy-free. I'm choosing to use normal milk right now. And into there, we're going to do a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, teeniest pinch of nutmeg, 2 cloves. Boop, boop. For an authentic Christmas flavor. Okay, and we're just gonna bring that to a gentle simmer. It says boiled, but I don't think you're supposed to boil milk, so I'm not going to. While that warms up, we can beat our eggs. Wow, it calls for 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. That person really likes nutmeg. I don't like that. So it kind of looks like one recipe calls for the eggs being cooked while the other one just chills, like there's no cooking and warming involved. So let me know down in the comments which method you prefer to do. I personally think having my eggs cooked is a good idea. I don't think I really want raw eggs. No. Okay, I'm gonna call it on the milk because I don't want to cook the eggs. I'm gonna really slowly, so tiniest bit first, whisk it in. I believe that putting it back on the heat the second time just allows it all to cook through the egg mixture, but also to thicken up. While that does its thing, I'm going to pull up my next recipe. Okay, I'm gonna make some honey cinnamon shortbread biscuits. Shortbread biscuits are definitely a Christmas thing, so is the flavor of cinnamon, and we've got plenty of honey, so I think this is going to be a good one to make. I love that recipes now have this option to jump down to the recipe. Nothing more annoying than having to scroll through a bunch of text. Mind you, there's usually really good tips in that text and there's photos as well that show you the process, but I'd rather have the recipe first so that I can get prepared before you tell me all the additional steps. Like, I just want to read it first. I want to know that I have all the ingredients. Like coconut cream, another thing that I have a lot of is coconut oil. So when I don't have butter, I can substitute it for that. So lots of coconut happening today. So we'll do that. I figured these would be a nice complementary flavor to the eggnog, which tastes really good. The little bits that I've been having, real yummy. Okay. Alright, for the cookies, we need to cream together the butter and the sugar until light and fluffy. So, we need half a cup of sugar. Usually I hate recipes that follow cup measurements because American cups and Australian cups are different measurements. I much prefer a recipe that goes by grams, but you know, can't always get those. So here's my best attempt at a half a cup, and then we need another half. That's a lot, isn't it? Alright, creamed. Next, cream the honey with the other ingredients. Oh, as in like into here. Third of a cup of honey. Okay. A teaspoon of cinnamon. Next, we need to add 2 1/4 cups of flour, a half cup at a time, and mix until blended. Do not overmix. Consistency should be similar to soft Play-Doh. So 2 1/4, so there's that's 1 cup. I guess that's soft Play-Doh. Looks nice. Smells amazing. Smells really good. These smell better than gingerbread cookies. It's very crumbly though. Don't know if it should be. Okay, and now we chill it. Remembered I'm making shortbread, so of course it's supposed to be crumbly. The eggnog needs to cool, but honestly I just want to add the coconut cream to it now. Don't know why I wouldn't. Okay, I'm adding the coconut cream now because it needs to melt in. It looks delicious, guys. So yummy. Our consistency is beautiful too. I like eggnog. I like eggnog a lot. There goes a chunk of coconut. So good. As far as decorating goes, I think I will start just by putting the Christmas tree up, put some music on, and hopefully the inspiration strikes. We'll leave the garland until much later. This tree will definitely go into storage when we go onto the bus because it's a little bit large for the space. But when we go onto the bus, I'm excited to show you guys my alternative. Ty, is this your first Christmas? Is this your first Christmas? You have no idea. Oh, that's so exciting. I forgot. You're new. You're just our spring chicken. Were you here last year? I don't think you were. Oh, Ty. We should put your little Christmas hat on then. Come on, let's get your little hat. Come on, let's get your hat. Come on, let's show the people your hat. Come on. How ridiculous is this? I got a bit excited for Christmas the other day and I knitted a hat for Ty. Ty, come here. Come here, show people how ridiculous you look and how adorable. All right, sit. Wait, the tray, that way. That way, because your little ears are at the back. Yay! Oh, but you look so cute. Oh, look at him. Look at him, he's so cute. You're so handsome. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I love it. Alright, what am I doing? And if you're new to the channel, yes, I aim to have a lot of my life plastic free and natural, but the idea of cutting down a tree just to watch it die in your home for a month doesn't feel quite sustainable to me. So in the future, I would love to grow a Christmas tree in a pot or something similar. I wouldn't put it in the ground because it would destroy the ground around it. Part of living in Australia is that pine trees are just not native here and they don't belong here. We have alternatives, and so perhaps I will get one of those in the future, but at least for right now on our rental, this is the most sustainable option for me. I honestly don't mind the look of a plastic tree. You use it year after year, and as long as you don't get into a habit where you need to go bigger and better every year and you just use what you have, then it can be a really sustainable option. Isn't he just the most patient kelpie you've ever met? He's so sweet. Yes, you. I have said before that over Christmas time seems a Grinch, but I think he's finally coming around, guys. He's accepting the fact that he's marrying a woman that is obsessed with Christmas, and that in our household, probably in the future, it'll be Christmas year round, especially once we have kids. I'm gonna say no to myself. How come these are off? Did they break? So we have been storing the Christmas tree in our shipping container, and I don't know if you remember, but over autumn and winter time there was a lot of mice issues happening in the area, and I've just realized why some of my lights aren't working. They have literally been chewed. Oh, I hope this is something Sam can fix. That's such a shame. Why would they chew that? Like, there's nothing edible in there. Silly mice. I wonder what else they've chewed through. You are such a good boy. What do you think? What do you think? Should we decorate it? Should we, that's a nice stretch. Should we put some decorations on it? I, of course, have a lot of homemade decorations. I like to make a new decoration each year for the tree, and then it slowly builds up over time to look incredible. I have a really fun one organized for this year. We'll do that one later. It's going to add a bit more color to the tree. These clay stars are from our very first Christmas here on this property. That's really special. Now the Christmas tree is not done yet. It has all of the I don't know, the decorations that can be stored. There's just a few more touches that I want to add to the tree. I want to add some dried lemon slices to add some color. And then I also have a couple of decorations that I want to make this year with macrame and with the crochet yarn as well. I'm also slowly downsizing all my crafting things, and one thing that I haven't been able to part with because they're just so beautiful are some of my fabrics. So I think I might use some of these for decoration on the tree. And then in some other ways as well, just like ribbon type of, you know, like just rip it apart and use it as ribbon. So I've got those here as well. I'll be using a lot of these preserved lemons in my garland. Last year I also added biscuits, so I might do that, that's fun. My Christmas tree is never just decorated one day and that's it for the year. I like to add things throughout the year to it that then I get to pull out the next year. I'd love to, as we start to travel Australia, start to collect some things on our trip. I think that's really fun. I guess now I need to decide how far down do I want them to hang. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Do I like it so long though? Yeah, I think it's kind of sweet. Alright, this one can go there, perhaps. That's so cute. I just got word from Sam that he's got his bike. It's all strapped up. He won't have it tonight, unfortunately, because he doesn't have a way to get it home in our friend's car. But our other friend, who is a huge bike enthusiast, is going to drop it off next week for Sam's Bucks party. So as he drives down to go collect Sam, he'll also be able to drop off the bike. So you and I are going to get to test it out. Sam, not so much. I'm sure he'll get to test it out before he drives home today. All right, my cookie dough has rested. Whoa, and it's very hard. Oh, I shouldn't have put it in here. I mean, how the heck am I supposed to do this? Did I rest it too long? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do I do? What do I do? Alright, I ran it under hot water and I got it out. I think my mistake, remember I used coconut oil and not butter? I think it hardened too quick. This recipe is super hard, so I'm just gonna do my best to squish it into some nice balls. I'm not sure. I think it should spread because it's got butter, right? The batter tastes delicious though. Just, yeah, a bit hard. Sometimes my recipes work amazingly the first time and other times they are completely wrong. I don't have a great track record, do I? There's no consistency here. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure shortbread doesn't spread. So I'm gonna just, I can't remember. Yum. Smell delicious. They look good. I think I'm ready to put the garland up. I still have a few touches that I want to do to it, but at least we can get it up and see what it looks like. Okay. Excuse me, animals. Oh my god, cat. She's upside down. What are you doing? Oh. I love it. The touches of orange, the burnt orange color of this material is one of my favorites. But quite honestly, I'm exhausted and the only thing I'm looking forward to is putting my feet up with a glass of eggnog because it should be chilled by now, and having a couple of cookies. Maybe lunch first though. I haven't had lunch yet. I should have lunch first. So I'm going to leave you guys here for today's video, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a really fun day because Sam will be here and we'll be getting onto that bus to do some... What are we doing tomorrow?